Hey guys, happy Monday. I hope everybody started off this Monday super motivated, especially coming out of Thrivepalooza. As I mentioned, you guys, I unfortunately had to cancel last minute due to my back. I have an SI joint that's like super duper inflamed. And anyways, my doctor recommended on Wednesday morning for me not to fly. And that sucked because it's the first time I've ever missed conference. But with that said, I could be sad all day and like really let it. But I decided the moment that I found out, first I cried. And then I decided I was going to make the best of it. So, like, all weekend, I spent plugging into everybody that was there and getting updates and really trying to be as present and available. Also, I dove into a lot of personal development in the between times of conference. And I also was learning some things that I needed to work on, right? So I needed to get a better consistent plan for myself. I also needed to find a way to reach a new audience for myself because I've been doing this for a long time, for a decade now. And sometimes you hit major walls whenever you're doing that, right? And you have to have a breakthrough. And I know that that means that I need growth, right? I need to grow in some way. And also strengthen my follow up. So I've been digging into some different emails. And building like a lead generation for myself so that my follow-up will be better and I can send out consistent emails to my customers, to my promoters, and potentials, right? All around. So anyways, if those are things that you do not have on all the three things or all the things I just mentioned, I highly recommend you do that because you guys, when I had a strong email follow-up, even though not everybody's going to answer it, you're going to hit people that have hidden those Lavelle emails, that have hidden those emails from other people, and then just you putting personal offers and them seeing, hey, your face or your name in your email, they're more likely to open it, right? And I can tell you that if social media crashed tomorrow, you're going to want to have a backup and a way to connect with people. So anyways, back to Thrivepalooza. There's going to be updates and recaps, and I suggest if you get a chance, plug into all of them. If you didn't get the chance to listen to today's call, I highly recommend doing that. Jason was absolutely fired up on the call. I'm going to let Jackie kind of talk about everything that was going on at Thrivepalooza, but you guys, I can tell you that something that I'm noticing just as a outsider, and I'm going to say outsider because I was not there present in the room at conference. Something that I am witnessing from afar, basically. So a lot of you didn't go to conference and a lot of you guys did. But something I'm witnessing as an outsider, which is weird, is the community that I'm seeing unravel before me. I'm seeing this excitement. I am seeing like a fresh, I feel like a fresh start. And the next level of what Lavelle is going to be, right? So like the first 10 years of Lavelle, and then now we're going into the next decade, right? And there's going to be tremendous growth. And something else, I want to give Angela a shout out right now. You guys, this is the third year in a row that she has earned the GOAT award. And Angela, you are like the Maria of our team, okay? And I know like we've been here longer than you, but you are like the Maria of our team. And I say the Maria of our team because Maria in the Millionaire Awards dinner, if you guys go to Maria's page, Maria Dillard, she's one of our uplines for those that don't know. Maria's been here and she earned Millionaire in 2014 before this was even like a thing, like before Millionaire was even a thing. And something super amazing with Maria is that she's always in it, dude. She's always on top of it, and she is a representative of this team. And she leads by example. And Angela, you always do, no matter what you have going on in your life. And to continue, and I earned the GOAT award in 2018 at conference, and I've not earned it since. Okay. I came in and I ran, and to keep up that level, I had told myself, like, there's no way. Like, that's like, there's no way. Yeah, you've proven, Angela, that there is a way. So she has gotten to go towards, you guys, 3 years in a row at 200K. All right. That's incredible to have that consistently running. I don't know if Katie Muntz is on, but congratulations for magazine. Was there anybody else in magazine? I didn't get to see everybody. Tara Homa for being our ultimate thriver, 35 and under. You guys, we have so many incredible speakers. I don't want to leave somebody out, but I know we had so many. Jackie can update us on those. We had so many.
We got one more. Okay, she's on here right now. Carrie Negretti. She was the 12K #1 goat. So
Oh,
yes, we do have a #1 goat. We did bring home a #1 goat to this team again for another year, and it's literally just the volume, right? I mean, if she was at any other rank, she still would have got it. You know what I mean? So it's literally just the volume that makes you the difference of #1 and number whatever, right?
That's
Like,
incredible.
yeah, there she is.
Ah,
She's there.
so
You haven't even met her yet.
proud of you guys. Like, and that's the thing. It's like, and that's why I was mentioning Maria. Maria has, like, on the Millionaire Dinner, they list, like, who's got the most personally enrolled customers, who's got the most personally enrolled auto bonus earners, who's got the most personally enrolled thriving for free. And Maria's on that list, you guys, multiple times, and she is proof that you can do it. And then ironically, I just opened up my TikTok. I always try to get inspiration, and I want to play this real quick, and then I'm going to let Jackie kind of take over. But if you are utilizing your social media for your business, I want you guys to listen to something real quick. I don't know if you listen to Mel Robbins at all, or if you follow Mel Robbins, if you guys even know who Mel Robbins is. If you don't, I highly suggest listening to her. But I want you guys to listen to something, because I want, especially if you run your business on social media, I would like you guys to hear this, because I too had gotten away from some things. And I'm working on it. I'm working on it big time. In fact, Jamie Pecca said I'm not allowed to post anything negative. I'm not allowed to apologize for not answering a message or telling somebody I don't feel good. I'm not allowed to post anything that's not positive, uplifting, or kick Amanda ass type of situation, right? Like, Amanda's the bomb. I'm about ready to fucking kick a butt. Okay. I'm sorry for the language. But basically she says, I want my badass red Amanda. Okay. And if I see anything else, I'm going to come and beat you up in West Virginia. And then she made some West Virginia jokes on me. But, so that's what you're going to get from me, right? Because I don't need to apologize. I just need to shake myself out and say, I'm deserving, and I'm just as badass as I was all these years, because I have been. And I've been apologizing for reasons I didn't need to apologize. So anyways, I'm gonna let you listen. If you run your social media, you build your business on social media, please take this advice that I'm about ready to play from Mel Robbins. Okay.
Your social media is not for your friends. Your social media is for you and your dreams and your self-expression. And it's meant to put something out in the world intentionally so that people who are looking for you and who need you can find you. That is what social media is for. It's the way that you do total immersion into who you're becoming. And when you can get clear, it's not for your ex-coworkers. It's not for your relatives. It's not for your family. It is not for your friends. I think most of my long-term friends do not follow me. I'm not putting it out there for anybody else but the people who find value in it. And when you can wrap that around your brain, it'll change your freaking life.
Please listen to that. Okay. You don't have to be the best on social media. You don't have to have the best videos. You don't have to have the best words. Stay focused on making an impact. Stay focused on growing and solving people's problems and putting that out there, right? Because that is going to be what changes lives. That is what people are seeking. That is what people are searching for. And never forget for one moment that you attract what you are. So if you want a high level of teammates and you want people that want to run and you want people that want this business, then you got to own it and you've got to want this business and you've got to claim it. Okay. And I'm telling you, you guys, there is no better time than right now to do that. I'm not talking about just with Lavelle. Okay. Yes, Lavelle, because it is our vehicle. All right. But what I am saying is right now, like right now in the world, right now on social media, there is a tremendous shift happening. And if you claim it and you own it and you decide that you're going to go for it and you make people believe that and you make people know what it is that you have to offer, and you guys, we have gold to offer people, right? They can run their business for free. They can do it right from their phone, decide who you're trying to help. Okay. Let people know how you can solve their problems. Are they tired, exhausted? Do they need energy? Do they need hormone? Like, I mean, seriously, like, honestly, we have a whole nother level of introduction here. Skincare. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to get into right now. I'm so excited about that. All right. Like, I love all things skincare. But like just that next level of whatever it is, focus on helping people. Do not for one moment give any time to any of the naysaying, anything negative. If you have people that are negative in your life, like in your business, don't answer their messages. Don't answer their messages. Okay. Because I promise you, the more time you spend on anything negative or anything that's impacting your mindset, the further back from your goals and where you want to, like what you want to accomplish, you're going to be. All right. There's always going to be something, but I'm telling you right now, social media is in this shift as well, right? This industry is in a shift. Lavelle is in a shift. And I don't want to see a single one of you left behind. I'm not going to leave you behind, but I'm also going to stay focused on my goals. You can come right along, but I can tell you my energy won't be spent begging anybody to do anything. My energy is going to be spent growing and cheering on and helping people and pouring life into people. And I hope that each one of you guys will do that too. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let Jackie start talking because I want her to update because she was present and at conference. You guys, oh, and then rank advancement bonuses. I know Jason, some people that weren't on the call today, people that were on the call, some people still had questions. So basically at the end of this month, they're going to go and they're going to tally like what's going to be the best course of action. There will be some kind of bonuses going forward after this month. That's why he said, don't let off the gas pedal. Obviously they can't sustain you guys paying out the bonuses that they are right now. Right. However, there will be something. As for June 2023, when Duo Elite launches, I want to make you all understand something before this even gets to there. Duo Elite is going to do as good for you, your team, your customers, as you decide for it to do. Okay, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to let Jackie take over. But seriously, listen to me. If you don't follow up with your customers, if you don't let them know what Duo Elite can do, the magnitude of what Duo is, and then attach Elite to it, that's on you if you don't sign anybody. Okay? Because you didn't put it out there and you didn't share with people. You didn't follow up with people. And please don't get offended by that.
Please stop.
I'm just telling you, she's a mom duty. I'm just telling you that if you don't follow up with people and you don't let them know what you have, why would they order it? If you don't let people, your customers, your team, or the people following you know, then they're not going to order magically. They're not just going to sign in and buy something, right? So you've got to work on that delivery system of letting them know why would they want this. And trust me, more is going to come out over the next couple of months. So as that does, get your VIP list together, your follow-up list together and then blast it out. Let everybody know, right? And stay consistent with follow-up. All right, I'm shutting up now. Jackie, you start talking.
Okay. Sorry, I had 4 of my little girls and nieces here. They were like screaming, and if I mute myself, I'm not gonna be able to unmute myself. So I'm like, you guys can hear it. Anyway, so my little nieces were just here, and they're like, finally, they like just left. But it's so nice to have the house full. It's so nice to be back home, and you guys like, I mean, like this is something I just like coming back from Palooza. Like, if you guys do follow me on social media, I was like in the Shake Shack line crying, right? I was just walking through random places and crying, like just when I were to kind of like play back some of the things that happened, right? Just through conference and just like feeling it. And you know, it's so crazy to me. I would never think that I can say like that was the best Palooza that I've ever been to, but it really truly was. And it was a different vibe. Okay. It was totally a different vibe. If you guys have been to previous Paloozas before, you know, like it was just different. I just feel like in the past, like they were all great, right? I just felt like in the past it was like flashy and awards and like all these things, but like this time it was deep. Like this time it was just really, really different. It was really deep. And it was just a different vibe, you know, and like the corporate kept everybody so busy. There was something to do like on every single day, right? We went into something, there was like they literally made it jam-packed, every nook and cranny that you can like possibly get something out of that event. It was busy, and we were all loving it, right? We were all happy there was something to do. So anyway, shout out to corporate. I know that a lot of this has to do with our brand new events coordinator, Cami. Cami is freaking amazing, you guys. Like our corporate team is honestly, they're amazing. So she put a lot of that together. We did go to an amazing VIP party as well that was just out of this world, like literally. It was called Male Wolf. But besides those things, right, we did get a couple things. And I know Amanda was saying something earlier, is like nobody's gonna just go and like buy unless you don't present it to them. But right now, Jason Camper and corporate, they really beg to differ because they are giving us this thing called Shop Thrive, right? How many of you guys saw that announcement for Shop Thrive? It is literally going to make your business more retail-like. So it kind of takes out the, you know, network marketing, MLM kind of feel where they go to the cart first, they're going to load it and all that stuff, like just how people, like, you know, if you're shopping online, it's going to pull you in first, you're going to put the stuff in the cart, and then at the end, it's going to be like, do you want to sign up for an account or something like that? That makes it very, very friendly for the user to just like easily give their information, right? That way you guys can really focus on retail and, you know, getting people on Thrive, and that is basically customers. You know, so we are getting that upgrade coming up really soon. I don't know exactly when. It's going to be Shop Thrive, so you're going to start seeing all of your links and everything change to, you know, whatever your username is /Shop Thrive, which is going to be great, you guys. It's going to be really, really, really amazing. And you know, the fact that, like Amanda was saying, a lot of the millionaires, Maria Dillard and like all these people, they've been able to use the site that we have and have like, you know, so many customers, right? Like, it's not like it doesn't work. It's just getting better, right? So we're getting that. We did get a couple of new products as well. And I want to ask, I don't know if Amanda is there, but I'll just go over some of the things that we got. And then I'm going to want to ask this thing because I know Amanda is a nurse and she's really, really good about some of this stuff. But what did we get? We got the women's hormones, her daily support, which is going to be incredible, you guys. First thing that I want to say is that, yes, it's made for, you know, it was intended and formulated for women who are going through menopause or perimenopause or whatever, right? It's intended for that, but it's going to help everybody. So I want you guys to really think about who does not get their period on time, right? Think of those people. Think of people who maybe have hormonal imbalances and they're struggling with skin issues, stuff like that. Again, no medical claims. Like, these are all like things, but these are things that are going to help like ease a lot of those discomforts and stuff. So really just think about some of those things. It is still a very new product. We don't know what it's going to do, right? All I know is that Lavelle, when they say they're going to do something, when they say it's formulated for this, it's going to show up for that, right? So really, really excited about that. Obviously, anybody who is in their like mid 30s and like, you know, that product is going to be phenomenal for them. Because they're going to be able to, one of the things with anti-aging is just preventative care, right? You want to hit it before it happens. Like that is the best way to, like not age or just any of those things, right? So anyways, there's that's happening. The other product is Rebuild. We had no clue we were going to get something like this. And this is a question for Amanda. Colostrum, when I heard that word, the first thing I could think of is I'm a mom, right? I know that's from like breastfeeding, but because he's doing an actual product with colostrum, I'm like, this has to be something for like the greater general public as well. So what do you know about it? And like, I was actually going to send a support ticket. Like, who would this particular product Rebuild be for?
Okay, sorry. So really, honestly, you guys, okay, so I'm gonna back up real quick. So I don't know how many of you guys saw a lot of my health issues over the last 2 years now, unfortunately. But anybody that's had a compromised immune system, and I say that very, very lightly because I don't want to make any claims, and I always say this as with me being a nurse, sometimes I worry that people will take what I say and then just never check with their doctor. Obviously, you need to check with your doctor, especially if you're on any type of medicines to suppress your immune system. This would not be for somebody that is on immunosuppressants. Okay. Obviously, again, they should check with their doctor. Sometimes you guys, things can actually cause more harm for people than good, and you don't want anything that's going to counteract. However, if somebody is looking to build their immune system because they've been sick a lot, they're older, whether they're young and they get sick a lot, right? But 2 years ago, and I'm not going to get into any kind of controversial issues, and I'm not saying, please do not take this as me saying I had because of just my vaccine, my COVID vaccine, but I had a multitude of vaccinations very close together when I got my COVID vaccine. But I also had 2 flu vaccines and also my DTaP vaccine, which at the time the CD recommended that you had wait 2 weeks in between each one. And unfortunately, due to nursing school and me being at the hospital, they kind of overloaded me. And because of that, my immune system shut down and my thyroid, I ended up with subacute hyperthyroidism, which just did a spiral of events and nodules on my thyroid, and my immune system has been very compromised since. And so you probably noticed I've been sick a lot and things like that, right? For me, I'm excited about this product. Just like a baby that gets colostrum from her mom, right? That's going to help build their immune system, right? Because they're building their immune system. It's kind of like they say, like to play with dirt and things like that as a kid, help build up your immune system. This is somebody that wants to just stay healthy, right? So that's who basically everybody this is good for. Okay. Somebody that wants to increase their overall health and take care of themselves. Anybody that is really, really kind of, just aiming to be healthier on a regular basis. So when you say who would this be for, I'm going to say anybody that really kind of has been struggling with their overall, they feel like they've been getting sick a lot. They feel beat down, run down, they're overworking their body. That's when I used to get sick all the time, the most when I was working so much at the hospital, because I wasn't taking care of myself, right? So this is going to be one of those great things to add in. Your kids going back to school, check with your doctor, obviously. But like my teenagers that are playing sports that are run down nonstop, I most certainly am going to be giving it to them, myself included, because I run from the time I get up to the time I go to bed. Somebody that is just looking for overall health and fueling their body, that is going to help them with the immune support and antioxidants and so forth, right? And then I just want to go ahead and kind of back up real quick and talk about the hormone, right? So you guys, this also, unfortunately, when I had that happen to me, when I got sick, those that don't know, when I said that my immune system was compromised, and I had a lot of kind of like autoimmune type of issues, but it wasn't autoimmune. With that said, my thyroid was affected. My hormones were affected. I didn't have my period regularly. My stress levels were through the roof. I had a lot of, I didn't sleep. I just had a lot of stuff going on. And actually, prior to my surgery, I had a lot of imbalanced hormones as well. This product, while yes, it's for men, like women that are older, or my age, 42, that have struggled with some hormonal imbalance. And I want you guys to know that estrogen levels and hormone levels, like if you live in a highly stressed, you're going to have high cortisol levels, and you're going to hold lower belly fat. And you're going to struggle really hard to lose weight. In fact, when I first went to my doctor, he said, the likelihood of me losing my weight without having the gastric sleeve surgery was very, like, and keeping it off, because I had yo-yoed 100 pounds basically my entire adult life, back to when I was a teenager. And if I wouldn't have had the surgery to like drastically like make some of these changes, because that altered my hormones. Okay. That's why a lot of people have this surgery and people don't understand. But like ladies that have PCOS or struggle with infertility issues and so forth, they have that surgery because it helps reset their hormones. And then that's why you see them have more fertility after. Not always, but a lot of times you do see that happen, and higher risk for pregnancy after having the surgery. So, if you guys don't know, the estrogen chart is very low on the, you could have a very low estrogen but still say it's normal, but it's actually very low, and it's very close to the abnormal. But because it's only like within 100 or whatever, it's very low. They're going to
I've
still say you
actually
have normal hormone.
I've heard of that, and I've heard of it personally just because I was having like, just I felt like, hey, something's wrong. My period's not coming on time. And that's exactly what a nurse told me. So
Yep.
also just like, going back to like exactly what you said, Amanda, Lena was in my like DM. She was just basically saying the same thing that you were saying. It's basically like a antibody almost that helps your immunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then someone else was saying, I read somewhere else it helps with like gut health. It also helps with like mental focus and mood as well.
Yes.
So that'll be interesting. And someone else was asking, like, the word, because people know this word colostrum to be part of like breast milk, right? It's basically called the first milk that like a woman would have, and why it's so important for a baby. They like try to get you to get this milk into the baby, at least mostly for their immune and brain, right? Like for that stuff. They're asking like, what do we say? Like, how do we calm down people? I think it's like we calm them down just by educating them that it is a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing, guys. Anytime, first off, we're not scientists, right? We're not scientists. I don't get into the details of things. When people ask me stuff, I send them the PDF. If they have a further question, I submit it to support. That's what I do.
Yeah,
I don't like try to guess it. I tell them what I know. If that's not good enough, then I submit it to support and I get them further information, from Lavelle, right? Because otherwise, people can take things and like literally pull them out of their asshole sometimes, and they're just, the misinformation is rampant. So I don't say things I don't know. Okay. I don't get into, and if I don't know, I don't know. And I tell them that. I get them further information based off of what support tells me. Okay. That way I'm not looking stupid. I'm not saying something. And listen, the best way to not look stupid, send a PDF. They want to know what's in it. They want to know the scientific behind it. They can look up each ingredient to understand it if they want. Or you could ask support their specific question and then send them the support ticket of what support says. So like you can look up,
great advice. Like, save your energy, you know what I mean? Like we don't have time for all that. I'm not just saying like leaders, but I mean even you guys, you don't have time for all that. Save your energy. If you don't know what it is, just be like, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna get the answer from you from Lavelle support. Like that, they're gonna give you the most solid answer. And just move on, right? As soon as they answer it back, you can send it back to them a screenshot. Like, you're literally just the messenger. And what else? Okay, so there's
Oh,
that.
and then I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to get into details about the skincare line. However, as soon as I knew that we were getting this, I was like, please have retinol, please have vitamin C, please. I was like, all the ingredients that were in each of the three, okay, oh, I went off my page here. And I'm still, you guys, listen, I'm still learning all the darn names of stuff. I ordered all of these things. Once I have it in my hand and I see it and I'm using it, I'm going to remember it. But I can tell you this, in the cleanser, okay, first off, I'm not going to go over all the ingredients, but just look at every single thing. And one of the key things, and I haven't actually looked at the actual ingredient list, is when you look at stuff, you want to make sure that the very first three ingredients, right? Those are the ones that you want to really focus on when it comes to skincare, the first three ingredients in our products. And Lavelle is very good about making that kind of stuff. Is great. I can't wait to go in my stories and go live, and I highly suggest you do the same. Talk about how it feels, how it works, what your skin looks like. Take pictures immediately. If you're going to use this, take pictures. And ironically, I've been using Charlotte Tilbury for a very long time for my skin, even though I love our charcoal bar. And I've used all of the other Lavelle products. And I used to use them a lot, but I've just been my skin's aging, right? So I needed retinol. I needed more vitamin C. So I had switched up and I had been using a different skincare line. And recently I was like, man, I've been looking. And then Lavelle launched this and I was like, oh, score, right? And obviously I didn't get to try it because I wasn't there, but Jamie said she got to try some of these and she said her skin felt incredible. I can't wait to use it on a daily basis. That's the tell-all. And I plan on documenting it because you guys, anybody, especially if you're in your 40s, okay, that's when the fine lines and wrinkles decide they're going to show up all over the freaking place when you're putting your makeup on, when you're like smiling. I promise you, take the pictures and go in your stories, take off your makeup, let people see your skin, have confidence in what these products are going to do. Because I can tell you, Jason Camper is not one to release something if it's not going to do amazing things for you. And just based off of looking at Jason's face and Jason's skin and the way he is shining, yeah, no, I want what he has. Okay. And I guarantee you he's been using these products. So I highly suggest that. And like I said, I'm not going to go into all the ingredients, but look them up, do a little bit of research on them, and anything that you have questions about, send us some work to get to Lavelle. But just go into it with confidence because all of the stuff that was released was absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal.
I actually went live on like somewhere. I will pull the videos, upload them to YouTube and share them to the Dream Team page. I went live on all three products, how he breaks them down. And just basically, it is a 3-step system. Yes, you're going to get the best results with a 3-step system. Yes. Do you have to use them all? No. But he did say there's no point in putting anything on your face unless you can get that first layer of like whatever, right? Stuff like extra dead skin, unless you can get that off. So the cleanser is a very, very important piece to this, to all of this, right? What else? Okay, so
Oh yeah, because if you don't cleanse properly, you guys, nothing is going to absorb into your skin. And a lot of us have a lot of dead skin. The older we get, a lot of us have a lot of dead skin on our face. And if you're one of those people that have gotten into this new trend, and I'm just as guilty because I don't like little fuzzies on my face and like the dermaplaning of your face, to get rid of little fuzzy hairs, that actually that's what protects, that little fuzzy hair is actually what protects your skin from free radicals out in the world, right? Like the pollutants. So if you are not cleansing and you are not using some kind of protection on your skin, then your skin is literally getting all that stuff and then it's just sitting there. And if you don't take off your makeup, that stuff is just sitting in your pores. And anyways, nothing is going to absorb into there if you don't cleanse it properly. I'm a licensed, I don't know if you guys knew that. I'm an esthetician. So that's a little 411 if you didn't know that. Before I was a nurse, I was an esthetician. um, and so I do know a little bit about skincare for sure. And anyways, this is going to be, the product's incredible. Like, I haven't looked at every little detail of it, but just like what Jason talked about, and then just taking a glance real quickly. But I can tell you, the real test will be using it, and I think we're going to see incredible results from it,
I mean,
especially for.
our new skincare line is very, very good for daily use. Just like if you are not into skincare yet, I mean, or if you really are into skincare, you guys know like one of the top things is basically having a vitamin C. I do use retinol. These are products that we didn't have in our Thrive Skin line that I was using on the side. And peptides are also amazing as well. So yeah, anyways, Thrive Skin is now out. Those videos and stuff, you'll hear about why, if you guys don't know yet, why Jason wanted to switch like basically the CBD line, right? I love our CBD line. I literally still have 10 kits of it. I'm not like, I have 10 kits of it. I just like, I'm sad that it's going away. However, Jason did say he's like, I'm like, he did say he's like, we're not about fads, we're about formulas, right? And the CBD ship has kind of like sailed. And yeah, I still love it. It's still amazing. And if you guys, try the new Thrive Skin or Lavelle Skin, I did try it at the VIP event, and it's almost the same like texture, or like not texture, it's like almost the same, like it's it feels almost the same, right? But it is a completely different formula and product, so you guys will be able to try it. Now the other thing that we were absolutely mind blown by was the Duo Elite. Elite is amazing on its own. You guys, like, if you guys have not like tried it, it is a like superior product. It is. I was someone who came on during burn, right? I came back for burn because I was seeing all the amazing results. My sponsor twin, she like had her life change with Duo, right? So the Duo, I mean, it sits with us like really deep in our hearts, right? Same thing with Anne. She absolutely loved burn. I sent her a couple samples when she first got started. I sent her Ultra, I sent her burn, and she's like, I like the burn better, right? So this Duo technology is really amazing, you guys. So like with Elite and Duo coming together, it's going to be incredible. And he's doing almost the same thing, right? Duo, like what Amanda was saying, was launched in July 2017. Burn was launched in 2018, also almost July. I think it was like June, really, but people didn't actually start getting their packages until like, right around that time. So it is literally that summertime, you guys. And in the past, in our network marketing business, right, we've always heard like, summer, it gets kind of like, people are a little bit distracted and stuff. When they bring out Duo, these are like the big guns, you guys. Whoever's working their business during those summertime months with arsenal like that, you guys are going to see massive growth in like 6 months, right? And I mean, it'll happen, but it'll start piling up like a freaking snowball, and then boom, January happens, and like get ready for the rush, right? Because you want to produce those results and stuff that are happening throughout the summer, right? Throughout the holidays when everybody's feeling like gross and like you know what I mean? And then January comes around, and guess what? You've been promoting the Duo Elite experience, right? For like 6 months. And finally in January happens, you see that boom, right? So it is very intentional. I mean, Jason he does everything intentional, right? He's not going to just throw things out whenever he wants to throw them out. Also that Duo Elite patch, right? Or I shouldn't say patch, they hate that word, DFT, is going to come out during the leadership thing in June. So really exciting stuff there. Okay, so moving on from products and stuff. I know the products are all super exciting and all that. Okay, little tip too. Okay, if you guys are here and you guys are working your businesses and stuff, and you guys want to drive sales, something that I've always done for my team is like, I'm like, hey, new product is out. Okay, whoever buys it, you guys submit your orders into, X, like wherever, like submit your orders, and then I will do a raffle for whatever price, right? Some of you guys can reimburse maybe a bottle, maybe a whatever it is, make it income producing. People are going to buy the product anyways, right? Us as promoters, we usually buy the products because obviously we trust, love our Thrive experience. So if you guys are trying to get to your rank advancement by the end of the month, right? Put the urgency on it, right? Do a promo right now for you and your team, right? to get the product now, right? You let your customers enter if you want, right? If you guys have customers that maybe need something, just like, hey, I know that, you know, you are on what XYZ journey, like, would this help you? My team is actually doing a promo right now. If you guys get this by Friday, you can enter to get your bottle reimbursed or whatever. Like, we're going to do a draw, right? Whatever, that stuff works, you guys. It's gonna work in ways that doing nothing, like, you know, if you do nothing, that doesn't work, right?
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys saw today, I put up, Maria had shared, like, if you have product credits or so forth, that if you put the stuff like the new products that you can't use credits for, you can use them on auto ship. So if you put the products in for your auto ship and you turn your credits on, you can use the credits for the new products as long as it runs on the 25th. Okay. So just so you know, that's from Maria, and I've seen it in the past with every brand new product. Okay. Anytime we have a new product launch, no, you cannot place an order and use credits for it. However, if it's put on your auto ship and then it runs and you have your credits enabled, it will take it off. Okay. So you could also do something along those lines for your team, for them to run their auto ships. If you're trying to get the leadership retreat and you don't have your auto ships yet, for some reason, that could also help benefit you there. And just getting your auto ships up in general, right? And then also just following up with all of your customers that have never ordered and that have ordered. Like, if you have customers, you guys type in your messenger. Okay, in your messages, type in Thrive Skin, because everybody that you talk to about Thrive Skin in the past, like back when it launched in 2019, 2019, it's when Thrive Skin launched. So go back to your messages, your different social media platforms, whatever, your text, and look at any type of conversations that you had regarding Thrive Skin, people that inquired it, look at your posts on Facebook, people that ask questions, if you posted about it, and then let them know about the new product that we have. And then type in some of the keywords to what the rebuild does, just any keywords that have to do with our, like the any of the new products that we have. And then you're going to be able to follow up with any of the customers that maybe have never ordered or have ordered, but had other questions, and this may be a better fit for them, right? Because I know, especially back whenever we had right around COVID time, because it was right when we had, oh my gosh, why can I not think of it right now? Why can't I think of our DFT recharge? No, Jesus criminy. Somebody help me. I'm gonna have to go grab one real quick. I'm drawing a blank. Right around the time people wanted like elderberry and all of that stuff. Like, and I hate to use COVID time because this is being recorded. But basically, those are the people that you want to follow up with for rebuild as well, right? Because that's going to be very significant right now. Those people are probably going to be curious and interested in wanting this product. So those would be ideal customers and people that you would follow up with, and even type in and look at people that placed the order for that. The different recharge. Jesus God, I could not think for the life of me. I could not think for the life of me what it was called. But those people that have looked for a specific thing, and remember, that's exactly it. Is like, we're solving people's problems, and we're trying to help people. And what better way to help them than what it is that they're already trying to search for, right? And what we have. Immunity gummies. Yeah, those two. See, those would be great as well. And then you can let them know about those if you haven't already.
I want to actually share something too, because I was actually, and I'm going to share this with everybody. I'm going to actually train my team on this tomorrow, but I think it's a really important thing to put out there. We have such an amazing business model, right? We have an amazing, CEO. We have an amazing formulator. We have a lot of products, you guys. But I don't want you guys to get overwhelmed. And this is something that our CEOs have always taught us, like, focus on the Thrive experience. Yes, of course, right? If you guys are thinking like, okay, how do I guide a customer to like get their best experience or whatever. I normally, what I do is I just get them on the Thrive experience first, right? I make sure that they're loving that experience because they have to build that habit, right? You want them to get consistent with it because if they can't even be consistent with the Thrive experience, they're not going to get very far. You know what I mean? So really just focus on that first and make it really, really simple for them. You know, you will occasionally have a customer who maybe like you can just kind of feel their vibe that they're going to be okay, maybe to incorporate balance as well, like they're coachable, like, you know what I mean? If you have somebody who's kind of hard-headed and they have a pretty shitty lifestyle, you're not going to want to overload them with too many things, right? So little tip for you guys, focus on the Thrive experience. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to ask my customer maybe like, hey, what are 3 other things that you feel like you maybe need help with, right? Get their goals, right? And then at that point, we have this beautiful system, you guys, Thrive for free, right? Refer to whatever you guys want to call it. We get a maximum of $400, right? To in Thrive credits. So try to get your customer, just be like, hey, I know you're loving your Thrive experience. What other 3 things can I help you with? And help tailor their Thrive experience with plus sign products, right? 3 plus sign products might get them right there to that like $350, $400 mark. And you know, really paint that picture for them. Like just start with these, like, you know, like your Thrive experience, mandatory, right? You want to take that thing every single day. You don't want to skip any days. The other plus sign products are as needed, right? You may not buy the same plus sign product every single month, right? Unless it's something like Sculpt, you know, Balance and Biotic or ones that are pretty frequent. It might even be every other month if you're not taking it every day. And then, you know, you can make it so like every month they want to maybe try and change a different plus sign product that comes out, right? Like our new rebuild and some of those things. That way they can build up their collection of Thrive stuff without being too overwhelmed, because I get that a lot, right? Like I get people saying like, oh my God, well, what is it now? Like there's always a new product. There's always a new product. Because they're looking at it like, well, I'm supposed to take all this stuff. And the beauty of our Thrive experience, you guys, is that it's so simple, right? It's that it's so simple that you don't have to take everything. I really want you guys to stick to that. Obviously, if you have that one crazy customer that every brand new thing that comes out and they want it, let them have it, right? I will be that person. I'm that person. I like, you know, that buys literally
I
everything.
want to try everything, so I'm that person too. I want to try it. And then if I don't like it, I'm like very honest about it. If I don't like it or if it's not for me. Okay. But my customers actually like that and appreciate that about me because it might not be for me, but it might be for somebody else. I want to say this real quickly before we close this off or get off of here. I It doesn't matter if you're brand new. It doesn't matter if you've been around for a very long time. It doesn't matter if your volume is 0 or your volume is 2 million, okay, or beyond. All right. It does not matter. I want to say, and I want to challenge each one of you guys to write down your goals. All right. And write down your goals based off of what you want to accomplish, you know, with your business. And if you took all the I can'ts out, if you took all the, oh, that's not going to happen for me out, ideally, um, what would you want based off of where, you know, where you're at right now? Like, what would you want that you don't currently have? Okay. What would you like out of your business? What would you like for your family? I mean, I saw Amber Manquist talk about like with Jasmine Star, talking about going to Disney. Okay. And I think about this a lot. I can remember Paul talking about, you know, ideally around the Christmas tree at Christmas time, visualizing what that Christmas morning would look like for your family, not necessarily about the gifts, you guys, but what you would do for your family if you could. Um, I want you guys to really think about what your goals are and short-term goals, long-term goals, and whatever, right? And then every single day, when you get up, you know, start low. Start low. If you don't, you know, you're not real disciplined yet, you know, just put 3 things on your list and then grow that list from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 things, right? That are going to help you get closer to achieving that. Now it's going to take discipline. Okay. Nothing is ever achieved without discipline. Nothing is ever achieved without consistency. You can't learn something, then never apply something. You're going to be forced to grow. Okay. You're going to be forced to, no, you can't keep talking to the same people. No, you can't keep talking about the same kind of post. No, if you're not getting to where you are doing what you're doing right now, you can't continue that road. You're going to have to change some things up. Doesn't matter if your business has fallen all the way back to zero. Doesn't matter what you've what you've accomplished in the past. But ideally, sit down and think about what you would like to accomplish with your business if there were no way that you could fail. Okay.
Did you happen to hear that Jason did that exercise with us in the middle of conference?
I did. And that's exactly why I'm doing this right now, is because I really want to challenge everybody, because and sit there and write it down, you guys. Create your roadmap of what it is that you really want. And then I want you to think about and you might not know the steps that it's going to take to get there. That's okay. You're going to figure that out along the way. Okay. But create the roadmap of where you want to be. And maybe you don't know all of it yet, but just start dreaming and write it down. And then every day I want you to get up and think about exactly that. Like, literally stare it in the face. Okay. And then what do I need to do to accomplish this goal? And then every day start doing some of those things. And that's why I said start small with like just a couple things. Imagine the short term. Imagine 6 months from now. Imagine a year from now. Imagine 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Like, do you want, by the time you retire, to like really just have built this incredible legacy for you and your family? Like, I want that. I heard long time ago when I first joined, I remember Maria talking about every single one of her kids and her grandkids would all go to college and would all be set for life. And I want that for everybody. I don't want people to not be able to afford their bills. I don't want people to not be able to retire and to be working until they're 100 years old. Like, I want people to dream and to buy their home, take their kids on vacation, not live struggling. Like, and so your goal is going to be different based on where you're at and likely how you grew up and what environment you currently live in. But just know, if you are not where you want to be, you don't have to stay there. And I've said this, and this has been like my mantra lately. Don't let yesterday determine your tomorrow. Okay? Because like literally you hold the pen to your story, and it's up to you to write it. But if you continue doing what you're doing, you're going to continue to write the same story you're already at and where you're already living. And I don't know about you, but eventually you got to turn that page. Eventually you got to start the new chapter. And I can promise you, it can be whatever you want it to be. And damn it, you deserve that. We all deserve that. And there are a lot of people out there. Once upon a time, somebody told me that I was going to change a lot of people's lives. And I'm so glad that I believed them, because I knew that I was on a mission to do that. I'm so glad I never gave up. And I'm so glad I didn't listen to the people that made fun of me and unfollowed me and laughed at me. I'm so glad, because I wouldn't have got the last decade with my kids. I wouldn't know all of you guys. And I can promise you that success is not a measure of what's in your bank account. It's literally the impact that you have on your life, the people immediately in it, and the people you've yet to meet. Okay. And to me, that's what I want. I want to impact lives. And I literally want each one of you guys to know that you can. And this is a vehicle that can help you get there. And if you allow yourself to be kind of just to grow, right? Allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to make friends, allow yourself to be part of the community, because every single one of us needs a vehicle. Every single one of us needs a vehicle and a way to get there, and you have it. You have it right here. And the way that this company is set to grow, it's going to be massive, and people are going to grow with you or without you. I hate to say it like that, and please don't feel like I'm like trying to exclude anybody when I say it, but it's going to grow with you or without you. And I hope that you'll come along with us because I know that it's going to be amazing. I don't know, Jackie, is there anything else that you want to touch on tonight? Because I'm so excited. Like, I just feel this breath of fresh air. Honestly, I'm excited.
Just the last thing you just said about the, like, kind of that exercise, I was literally walking out of the airport doors and I felt and just the exact same thing, you know. Jason asked us, and he's done this to us many times. Like, if I call you at 3 o'clock in the morning and I ask you, what do you want? Right? What do you want? Are you going to be able to answer what it is that you want? And if you don't know what that is yet, like it's got to be so fast, right? Like, what are you working on? What do you want? Like, what's your next goal? Like, boom. Like, I know one of my next goals, I want to help XYZ, right? Like the exercise that he did with us, and you guys can definitely do this, right? Write down a couple of things on a piece of paper. If you had a magic wand just to make it happen, like, and it were just to happen, and there was nothing that could stop it, right? You just have that wand. It's that simple, you guys. What do you want? What do you want? The magic wand is just going to give it to you, right?
And I guarantee you, a lot of people right now are hesitating on what they want, and you're allowing the obstacles that would get into the way to stop you from saying it because you don't quite believe it.
Well, let me tell you, the me 4.5 years ago, if you were to ask me that when I first started my Lavelle business, I would tell you right away, I want to pay off my debt. And that's been gone for a long time, you guys. And I know that a lot of people sit with that burden, like, you know, like you can't sleep at night because you're like, you know, F word, right? Like that right there. I mean, that's a big enough why. You don't need to have any other things until, like, you know what I mean? If I ask you what you want and you have some kind of debt, like, you don't need anything else. That should be your reason right there. You know what I mean? Because, like, yeah, I mean, that alone, I mean, there's more things, right? There's a lot more things. There's your kids, there's your family and stuff, people you want to take care of. But that is probably the number one thing of what, like, why people can't sleep at night, right? Like that was my, like, if you call me and ask me what I want 4.5 years ago, it would have been that. I'd be like, get rid of all my damn debt.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think that's a good place to start. What makes you not be able to sleep at night? What is it that keeps you up at night? What is it that you stress about? Right?
For some, it might be health, right? It might be something like hanging on your health. Like it might be that. It might be somebody else's, you know, pain and struggle that, like, you know, you wish you could help with. Those are really great places to start. But I know we only had like an hour for this call. I mean, we didn't even get into the deep crazy nitty gritty stuff of, like, you know, the stuff that happened at conference. I know everybody is like so high on a buzz right now. And like, you know, anyone who made it out there, like, you know, Mario was saying this morning on a call, it was not easy, right? It was not easy to get to Denver. It's not something like, you know, it kind of is in the middle of the world, but, you know, congratulations to everybody that made it out there. I was actually very surprised. Like, that room was full, Amanda. It didn't seem smaller than the last ones or anything like that. It was full. There was lots of stuff to do. There was no like lack of anything. And it was just definitely a different vibe. And, you know, something that Twin was saying earlier is that we have gone through a very hard 12 months, you know, with just like a lot of stuff in like just all around. Everyone has been going through things personally. Everybody has been going through things like transitioning out of a pandemic and just the world not being the same as it was, right, prior to some of those things. And this conference literally ignited so many fires, and just like what you were saying of people coming together. What Jamie said, I felt that. I felt a lot less flash and a lot more passion in these people. And like, you know, the speakers and like the people that Lavelle brought in, our CEO himself, right, our corporate team, it was just a different vibe, you guys. And if you guys see how our CEO celebrates his team, if you guys see how he celebrates his wife, I mean, it is just such an honor to be led by, you know, somebody with such great integrity. Like, honestly, it's just, I mean, how can you not like the guy? He's like such an amazing person, right? But yeah, that's all I have for now.
Yep. And I can tell you guys, I am extremely focused on a lot of growth. So you're going to probably see a lot of stuff like on the team page that I am going to be focused on. So if you yourself, and I'll probably put a post out in the next day or so, and I did put a Zoom out or a live on Saturday night. Saturday night or Sunday. Anyways, maybe it was last. I don't even remember. But anyways, I did do a live on the team page on the Dream Team. I really want to know what you guys need help with. Like, where are you hitting your wall? And I'm not talking about like, you got to be honest with yourself. Like, are you doing like your daily activities? Are you doing the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Like, that's a really good place to start. But I'm just gonna be honest with you, it's not everything. Right? It's not everything. It's a great place to get consistent with some IPAs. But really, you've got to be focused on growth, right? So, like, if you're struggling in certain areas, figure out what it is that you need to do to fine tune those areas. And I'm going to be putting out a lot of stuff to kind of help people with what it is that I'm working on. And hopefully, it'll help you guys learn. But if you yourself need help in certain areas, whether that's follow up, whether that's whatever it might be, when it comes to customers, you guys, I'm going to be honest with you, you just got to get in front of new places, right? So like you've got to start with not just the customers, but how to, your hooks and how you can present the products in a way that is actually sharing them. So there's a lot of deep diving into that. I'll get more technical about it. It's deeper than just somebody signing with you because there's more to it, meaning like it's not just about them signing with you. It's more like, are you actually consistent with sharing? Are you actually consistent with following up and so forth? So anyways, I will see you guys later. I'll get the Zoom up quickly. And thank you, Jackie. We'll have a recap tomorrow. I seen Amber and Chas will be on as well in the leadership call. So that'll be incredible. So definitely plug into that. They don't jib jab as much as I do. But all right. Good night, guys. I'll see you later. Thank you, Jackie.